Hi guys, it's Mark Zicree, Mr. Sci-Fi, also known as Mark Zicree of Space Command. Now, if you're new to Mr. Sci-Fi, if you're new to these videos, you don't know who I am. I'm Mark Scott Zicree. I wrote the Twilight Zone Companion, the Magic Time novels, tons of stuff, including I was a writer for Star Trek The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Babylon 5, Sliders, Friday the 13th, the series, Smurfs, He-Man, Real Ghostbusters, on and on and on and on and on. Hundreds of hours of network television. But recently, I reached out to you guys because I wanted to do a show that would be inspiring and positive, the way the original Star Trek had inspired me. And rather than trusting the networks and the studios, I went to you guys and you funded me with enough money to open my own studio and start shooting Space Command, a great new show starring a lot of our favorite actors from Star Trek and Babylon 5 and many other shows. So now we are embarked on a new Kickstarter campaign, and I wanted to do something I've never done before, share something with you I've never shared before as a way of goosing the campaign. Our Kickstarter campaign is to finish shooting Hour 6 of Space Command, the 2-hour episode Space Command Forgiveness. And we've shot all of Hour 5. We've shot 80% of Hour 6. Now we have a few more days of shooting, and that will be wrapped on that one. And then we just finish post-production, get it out to you guys, and on with the other 6 hours of the season of Space Command. So so the campaign is kind of lagging. It's not doing what we normally do. And I realized that we're probably not getting out to enough people. And so my hope is that by posting something incredible that I've never posted before, that you most likely have never even seen one of these before, I would be able to get thousands of hits, and we'd be able to hit our target and beyond on the campaign, which has about 3 more weeks to go of its 4 weeks. So buckle in, and I'm going to tell you all about this. And and please tell your friends, spread the word, do whatever you can. And obviously, if you can pledge to our campaign, that will be great, because all of it goes to Space Command. We are making the kind of show that we all want to see. In fact, we just released the first 2 hours, Space Command Redemption, which I'm very, very proud of. 3 million people have seen it. Thousands of people have bought Blu-rays and DVDs, and it has a 97% thumbs up rating, which is great, and its fans include people like Guillermo del Toro and so on and so forth. So what am I going to share with you? What secret am I going to reveal? Here we go. I'm going to post, and you're going to be able to watch right here, right now, the rough cut of Hour 5 of Space Command. That's Space Command Forgiveness Part 1, starring our regular cast, plus Nichelle Nichols, Ferran Tahir of Star Trek and Iron Man and many other things, and John Hennigan and James Hong of Everything Everywhere All at Once and Blade Runner and Big Trouble in Little China. I'm so thrilled with this. Now, what is a rough cut, you may ask? Glad you asked. A rough cut is the work in progress. In other words, if I were painting a painting and it weren't completed yet, if I had just painted the smile of the Mona Lisa but not the rest of her head, that's a rough cut. That's basically the work in progress. So there's no final visual effects, there's no final music, it's just temp, there's no color correction, there's no sound design, so it's got a lot of things not plugged in yet. But what it does have plugged in is amazing performances by our cast, amazing sets and props, and a wonderful story that I think you'll really, really, really love. So now, why am I doing this? As I said, to spread the word. There's only 2 ways we finance Space Command right now. One is by Kickstarter campaigns, and we've been successful with all the ones we've taken to term, and also by selling investment shares that get a percentage of my producers' net profits in Space Command for you, and that's like $7,500 each. If you're interested in that, contact me at markzicree@gmail.com, and we'll send you the paperwork and answer questions. And just to let you know, entre nous, just between us, a big distributor has approached us. They're waiting for us to finish the first season, and then they want to distribute the show worldwide. Now, this is a huge company. I can't say whom, but they've done some of my favorite movies. They have a number of series on the air now. I would be thrilled if we could make this deal work, and of course that would immediately start profits flowing back to me and to our investors. But again, no promises. It's Hollywood, and until the check clears, you can never count your ducks. So here's a few other things about the rough cut. It has what's called time code on it and shot numbers on it. These are things that Dave Edison and I use to work and have a frame of reference. It starts with a number countdown. There's various things that would be familiar to anyone who's worked on rough cuts. But I promise you, you've never probably seen a rough cut of a movie or a TV show as it's being made. And that's what we're letting you see now. We're letting you into the kitchen. So a few things. Elaine and I are the writer, producer, directors. We're going to be shooting next week. We have a perk in our Kickstarter campaign where you can come on the set. And I think that'll be an amazing experience for anyone who avails themselves of it. There are many other perks that I think you would really love. And if you're not a subscriber on Mr. Sci-Fi, please subscribe and like and share and all of those things. Hit the bell. Beyond that, one thing I would ask is, please don't post comments saying, oh, that shot looked like crap, or this thing, the music's lousy. It's a rough cut. It's not done. It will be very different when it's finalized. If you want to see what a finished episode of Space Command looks like, go to Mr. Sci-Fi's landing page. There's the first 2 hours of our show, Space Command Redemption. Additionally, after this one, after Forgiveness, we're doing another 2-hour episode, Great Solar War. Then we're doing Empire. And finally, we finish up the season with Harvester. These are all 2-hour stories that can be split down the middle as 1-hour episodes. So this, what you're now going to see is the first part, the first half of Space Command Forgiveness. And it ends on a cliffhanger because we've shot 80% of hour 6, but this is the full hour 5 of and it may not be an hour in length. I mean, we're still plugging things in and so forth, so that all changes. But it's the first half of the 2-hour story, and feel free to reach out to me with any questions. The links to the Kickstarter campaign are down below. And thanks for everything that you do and continue to do. And I'm so thrilled. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So again, anything you can do to subscribe or share this with friends so they subscribe is much appreciated. And thanks for being part of the adventure. And now, here is part 1 of Space Command Forgiveness, the work in progress.
Previously on Space Command.
Hopeful vision of the future. You got that right, Captain?
So hard to fathom you actually knew him.
It seems just a breath ago.
This came for you.
The excavation on Altair. They approved it.
So another adventure for the 2 of us.
Into the unknown.
She just left. No note as to where. But I hope she'd tell you.
It's about her baby sister. Ella went to the asteroid belt to join Kathane's army.
Oh my God.
Laura left the baby with me and went to get her back. Ella always favored the underdog. But how could I have raised such a fool?
Octavia.
Laura and Ella, when their parents died, they were like my own. I loved them. Only I tried to teach. Sometimes you have to be stone.
Sometimes stone is necessary to become the person your best destiny demands. Your message didn't fail. Whatever either their choices, you created 2 heroic hearts.
Bless you.
When is she due back?
3 days ago.
There's no time to lose.
Don't be angry. Laura believed she could save her, and Kassain promised. He promised a safe passage. Jack, how could she not try? You'd have done the same.
But not you.
Actually, I was all set to follow. Then Laura showed up with the baby. Bring them home.
He really your great-grandfather?
It's hard on the brain, huh? I mean, the closest I ever came to celebrity was when a whole settlement turned out to ask me to leave.
Well, you can't please everyone.
No, you can't.
Captain Kemmer! Captain Kemmer! They've found her.
Who?
Alive?
Captain, Dr. Crichton, Chief Medical Officer. You can't see her until morning.
Why?
She's recovering from an induced coma with stem cell therapy, and she's failed to respond. I'm sorry, but it was her last treatment option.
I'm not fit company.
How long's it been since she went missing?
She headed out to join Dr. O'Dara on Altair 2 years ago. You know, I remember a night back at the academy when you and I were in Ida.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. You were
I was
great.
drunk.
Well, yeah. Ancient history. Of course, you're into ancient history. You're marrying an archaeologist. Point in fact, you're marrying an ancient archaeologist. What? You used to find me funny.
No, I just used to be more polite.
Well, heck with me. It's Space Command who's suffering the ginormous loss.
Blinded by love.
Can I see a picture? Oh, I've seen images of her from way back. Something recent, so I can question your judgment.
This was taken from the site where we're meeting up. She sent this yesterday.
Yes. Well. Damn. Well, preserved.
Matt.
What?
Those long distance, crazy conversations we have now and then.
The ones where I share my unorthodox perspective?
It's not too much to ask that because of this, they have to end.
Yeah. Okay.
Truly?
You can't miss seeing the world through my eyes.
Actually, if not for your breathtaking indifference to caution, I wouldn't have done what I'm doing today. Bypass contentment and reach for... Anyway, I owe you. I've told her all about you.
Wait, no, fair. I mean, you gotta let me tell my side.
Oh, Matt.
Sorry. It's just, I was trying to lighten the mood. Ham-handedly, as is my
way.
Now boarding. Polaris 4. Altair 4.
That's me.
Hey. Huge favor. Be happy.
That's right. Wonderful.
This is absolutely so wonderful. Just great. Absolutely cool.
They told Lynn you were here. They think she might have heard.
beautiful.
Captain, forgive me for being late, but I seem to have misplaced. In order to access her medical record, I need my medical tablet. You realize that viewing her record is a serious violation of patient privacy.
That makes sense.
Oh, yes, those scars. They're fading. In time, they should be all but gone, but I have to admit, we have no idea what caused them.
Is she completely paralyzed?
Well, she can breathe, but the rest of her spinal cord, her peripheral nervous system is severely damaged, and I'm afraid continues to deteriorate. You realize you're not supposed to steal those things, right?
Yeah, I'm a research freak.
And thief?
Cuddy, nothing to write home about. You were saying?
Yes, back when she first arrived, we tried for neuroregeneration, but I'm afraid there was just too much
Wait,
damage.
what? When? Wait. How long has she been here?
A few weeks.
Weeks? I have had them
Captain.
posted as missing everywhere. And I'm
Captain,
sorry,
please.
but Vaughn
Captain.
O'Dara and Lynn Talmadge are hardly common
Captain,
names.
Captain, please. She was barely alive. It's amazing she was alive at all.
Capità, aveva ragione lei. Un botto che si sentiva fu una vicella, che scoppiò. Aveva un superstite, che va a fare? Capicchiamo.
Your name, can you tell us your name?
O'Dara. Lid.
O'Dara T. Lynn? It was the name's oddity that sent me searching through the DNA databank. I do regret that it took me much too long to sort these things out.
And no sign of Dr. O'Dara.
None, and with the trauma, the neurodamage, I'm afraid she only has scattered bits of memory. She's not been able to tell us the fate of her associates or even how she was injured. And here lies salvation. We've managed to fuse this exoskeleton with our newly developed artificial peripheral nervous system. It is tailor-made to meet her every need down to the molecular level. Except she adamantly refuses to wear it.
For what reason?
One she has chosen not to share with us.
And without it?
Well, I suppose we'll be able to give her a few more days at best. Oh, I almost forgot. There was a note slipped into her clothing, scratched into this odd piece of metal. I've not been able to make out the writing, but when I showed it to her, she became extremely agitated, and her vital signs jumped through the roof. That, my tablet. You know, the other day I told you that An induced coma with stem cell therapy was her last hope. But now, Captain, perhaps you are.
It's Matt. Do you know me?
Be safe.
She saved me. But I couldn't save her. I couldn't.
She's gone? Maybe I can help. Last night I was looking at... It's still classified, but... I liberated it from the records at High Command.
You stole.
No! I didn't get caught. Anyway, look. I dredged this up at about 2 this morning.
Mission Report 3011-84 SEC. Jack Kemmer, Captain, UPSC Patrol Ship Paladin. Regarding final disposition of the transport vessel Alexander, her passengers and her crew.
This is Patriarch Elias on the military transport Alexander. We are in desperate need of...
That was the last contact we had.
Elias. What about the Prophet?
We don't know. We've lost all contact with the ship.
What did the authorities say?
They'll send out a search party when they can.
That's a load of crap. You know that. They won't lift a finger to help us.
Everybody wants a second chance, and we're damned for giving it.
There's too much hunger for vengeance.
Tell me about it. I nearly died from that diet.
Any of our usual contractors in that area?
Nada.
Any other options?
Well, why don't we get together a reward?
On what?
post their job on a bounty hunter wire.
Oh, please, you got a better idea?
You'd risk the profit safety on a bunch of mercenaries who, whatever our reward, will demand a ransom too high for us to pay.
Oh, come on, we gotta do something.
This is not getting us anywhere.
With all due respect, the United Planets might be reluctant to come to our aid, but certain captains have discretion along patrol. I know of a Space Command officer who can help us. Who will.
And why does this Paragon think differently from the rest of the fleet?
It doesn't matter how he thinks. He will come for me.
The last probe has returned from the Comet, Captain.
Very good. Thank you. Lieutenant Bradbury, take us home.
Aye, sir.
Captain, there's a priority call for you on comm channel 6. It's from Helios.
The children of Job? Don't they take a vow of silence?
No, they just don't like talking to outsiders. Put it through. I don't believe it.
I didn't think we needed an introduction, you and me.
You're on Helios.
They granted me sanctuary.
After you escaped.
Yes.
What do you want?
I want to discuss something with you.
Oh, you come here and I'd be more than happy to.
I would prefer neutral ground until we agree on terms.
Terms?
Come to Helios.
Bradbury, set course for Mercury. Helios, the Iron City. Ready a landing party armed to the teeth. I'll be in my quarters.
Was that? Kassane, the Conqueror. It was indeed. The man who killed the captain's wife.
Captain, come right.
Cuff this honorable gentleman.
You will do nothing of the sort. This is not your asteroid belt. You cannot just barge in here with guns blazing and seize anyone you wish. This is not your jurisdiction, it is mine. By the way, Captain, we have strict rules about bearing arms. Give up your weapons.
Let them have their guns, Michael. No one will come to harm.
How can you say that?
Because I know him.
There's something you want to say to me? How about you go ahead and say it?
I want to save 300 people, and you want to capture one.
Yeah.
Captain! He cannot run anyway here.
Yeah. That man that you're shielding is a monster.
He's a man, Captain. He may have done monstrous things.
May have.
Captain, I know your history with him, and it's not my place to excuse those actions.
Why are you granting him asylum?
We grant it to everyone. It's a central tenet of our faith.
We give what we ourselves needed.
Life is very difficult here. We mine the iron ore and then ship it to the outer planets. The rest of the time, we meditate and serve our fellow man.
So if you ain't sincere, you won't last.
What about the 300 people that he's talking about?
Hussein. Please, hear us out. The city is our spiritual center, a furnace to reforge the shattered soul. Every member in the family is required to make a pilgrimage here at some point in their lives.
Recently, our ships have been targeted by raiders. We retained a private contractor for the last few transports.
Which?
Anubis Securities.
Armored transport. Usually a two-man team. They're sons of bitches. But they get the job done.
22 hours ago, we lost contact with the Alexander, our chartered transport. And this was our last communication with them.
This is Patriarch Elias on the military transport Alexander. We are in desperate need
Were you able to isolate an energy signature on the attacking ship?
Not on our instruments.
In any case, their engines cut off abruptly at about that time.
So if they are intact, they could be knocked off course, drifting in space.
The Anubis contractors do not go down easily.
There's another factor.
Hussein, no.
If we want their help, they need to know.
Very well.
Our prophet was on that ship.
Prophet?
The prophet founded the children of Job, and because of the rising danger, insisted on escorting the pilgrims.
Like Moses leading the Israelites.
We have many enemies. For security reasons, the identity of the prophet is known only to our order.
If we find them, if they're still alive, the prophet has to be our priority. Even if that means the death of the pilgrims, or even my death.
I'm supposed to believe that the Rockworld Marauder has become a saint.
Give us a moment. Your superiors won't be too pleased that you took the time and the trouble to search for 300 of us. But you bring me to them, signed, sealed, delivered. They'll like that just fine. Believe what you may about me, but let's get this done.
Uncomfortable?
To be hogtied on a rescue mission? Yes.
Particularly considering who you really want to rescue.
Captain, a word.
Yes, sir.
I know you don't countenance our ways, but I beg you, do not let the hatred of one person swerve you from the path of saving many innocent lives.
If they're out there, I'll bring your lambs home. All but one.
Captain,
No, we're not going to have a conversation here. So whatever you're up to or whatever you're planning, just... Hell with it.
Captain, we're coming up on the last known coordinates of the Alexander.
Anything?
Negative, sir.
Plot possible course drift. Anyone else?
Nothing on comm.
Captain, I'm getting a twitch in the energy readings. Even if their fusion engines were cut, their burn-off would leave a trail.
Can we track it?
I believe I have.
Bradbury.
Bringing her about.
What are we seeing?
Den in the water, engine cycle down. No apparent heat signatures.
Go fetch Cassane. Any ruptures in the hull? Signs of impact or explosion?
No, sir.
Atmospheric integrity?
Seems to be tight. Airlocks are secure.
Hail them.
No response.
Again. We're not reading any life signs. Voorhees, hook into any security cams.
Copy that.
Life signs?
I got buckets.
Captain. Conventional weapons. The burns are from an incendiary device.
The pilgrims were unarmed.
Raiders?
Anubis pilot and co-pilot fitting someone off.
How many rounds?
2, maybe 3 magazines of assault rifles, and then small arms.
Is it possible that this is from the attackers?
Possible. Could it all be consistent with what's in the ship's armory? Munitions that could rip up meat and bone, but not vent the hull.
Are we aware of any ships in the area that may have a similar... Wait. What are those?
Unknown. Looks like a flash bird of some kind.
I've never seen anything like it. He's not shining any conventional scans.
Recalibrate. See if we can find something.
On it, sir. Eliminated 3 possibilities so far. Captain.
Can we get the main system back online?
It's trashed. Whoever did it didn't want this going anywhere.
Racket.
Anubis pilot and co-pilot.
Multiple deep slashes. It looks like they bled out.
Had their weapons. It wasn't a surprise.
Trained soldiers armed to the teeth. Someone gets in both of them with a blade.
How'd they do that?
Luck. Likely skill.
The last distress call originated from the cargo hold.
Let's go.
Where is everybody?
Cargo seems intact.
What kind of raiders take people, not property?
Those who need to control dominant to survive. This is intolerable. The Prophet should be in cargo bay 4.
Captain!
Hussein! Stop!
Bracket! Is that a pilgrim or one of the crew?
Neither.
It's a synthetic.
Combat synth. Somehow left when Dornevan freed the rest.
Anubis used to assign them to these type of missions to augment their crew. He's in field repair mode, which means he sustained significant damage.
What are those marks on his face?
Unknown. His proximity alert's coming online.
Deactivate him! If he's damaged, he might... Get back!
This will burn your neural network to slag, Seth. So think twice about your next move.
Put down the weapon. No!
You're welcome.
How's your dinner?
Much better without handcuffs.
I want to know why you saved me.
I just acted without thinking.
No, you don't do anything without thinking.
My family was part of the Bangladeshi diaspora. Cheap labor for off-world colonies. Where else could we go? Our country was underwater. You know what that led to?
The Lagrange genocides.
Sometimes You wake up every day crying for justice. But justice and vengeance become indistinguishable. And in time, they're not choices, just actions. When I came to Helios, I wanted to steal a ship, but they had them locked down tight. And then there was all that meditation. For some, silence is a sanctuary, but for others, I decided to take the long walk, put on a spacesuit and head for the sun. When I came to, I was back in the Iron City again. The prophet had come for me, you see. I saw those incredible eyes looking down at me. And the prophet said, "Time to forgive."
Yes.
Captain, I've got the combat synthetic responsive.
Right there.
I can be of assistance.
You've done enough.
Captain, our ghosts aren't quiet, are they?
Hey. Just searching energy readings trying to match the one on the Alexander.
Oh, don't let me interrupt.
I can talk while being brilliant.
You were with the captain on the Thomas Paine.
That I was.
Heard that's how he got this command. By disobeying orders.
He did what was right, while I kept my mouth shut.
He's a good man to follow.
He's a good man. As soon as I could, I got assigned to this ship. That was after you guys.
Yeah.
I never met her. Captain's wife.
You would have liked her. She was one tough lady. Guess maybe that's...
What?
Nothing.
What?
Maybe that's what got her killed.
Board has said the damage was pretty extensive. He repaired what he could. He set the synthesis data core to extract information from the damaged parts and build an associative memory lattice.
What's to stop him from going on the rampage again?
Board has buttressed his obedience protocols. He won't see us as a threat. He'll follow your orders.
Combat synthetic. What are you called?
Durant.
Do you know who I am?
Jack.
That's Captain Kimmer.
Yes.
Why didn't you leave with the other synthetics? With Dornevan?
I was deactivated. Undergoing service. Small off-world station.
Are you the only one? You know how you got that pattern on your face?
Negative.
Do you know the status of your ship's complement?
I...
The Anubis contractors are dead. The others missing.
We were attacked.
By whom? Could it have been you? Could you have killed them? Ejected the pilgrims out of the airlock?
No.
But you don't remember.
I didn't harm them. I protected them.
You failed to protect them.
Durant, sit down. Durant, sit down.
How long till he remembers?
We won't know the extent of the data corruption until we finish the build.
All right. Let me know as soon as you do.
Oh, one other thing. How you doing?
You want to run a diagnostic on me?
Jack, you're captain of this ship, but not of the sea.
What's that supposed to mean?
There's nothing you could have done to save them. By the time we reached the asteroid belt, they were gone. Both your wife and her sister.
And?
And you did what Space Command said was impossible. Stopped anyone else from suffering injury at the hands of his followers. You beheaded the snake. You cornered him, captured him, and hauled him back to United Planets to be tried for war crimes. Yes, he gave them the slip. But his rebellion crumbled. And you made sure that your wife's death resulted in the salvation of thousands.
Not just me. I had the best crew in the fleet.
And we've got the scars to prove it.
Laura once told me that you would follow me into the mouth of hell.
And will again.
Captain,
Yes.
there's something you'll want to see. Found a match for the signature. It's exotic energy. There's nothing that we've got that can make that.
Nothing we've got. And who could?
We'll know when we catch them.
Magnify. You ever seen a ship like that?
No. Not Space Command. And as for the private sector?
Not the same design as the alien ship Dornevan took either.
All bets are off as to who or what is inside.
Hail them.
Captain!
Go! You reading any weapons on her?
Nothing conventional.
What about atmosphere, life signs?
Getting oxygen, nitrogen, slightly richer mixture, but breathable. Life signs? There seem to be a ton of them, but I can't lock specifics.
Is there anything on it that looks like it might be an airlock?
No, sir. No sign of how they get in or out.
Fire warning across her bow.
Ready?
Firing.
She's not slowing.
Any closer, we risk gutting her. Ready a breach pod.
They might take that as a hostile act.
More hostile than shooting at them?
Breach bot ready?
On my mark. Fire. Anything now?
Nothing yet.
Life signs?
Multiple, but faint.
What's a microbe reading in their atmosphere?
It's clean. Whatever's scrubbing their air is doing a better job than ours.
Ready an assault team. Samak, maintenance and station keeping.
Yes, sir.
In case they prove to have weapons, keep everything at the ready.
The Prophet
comes first, I know. And if he's in there, you're going to let us know just which one he is. Bracket. Chilton on me.
Captain Kemmer, I'd like to accompany you if I might. To complete my mission.
You haven't exactly been functioning reliably, Dre.
I can exercise restraint. This means a good deal to me.
The last synthetic to tell me his feelings wound up leading a rebellion.
Under orders, I've done many. Our inhibitor chips don't allow free will. But this mission, these people, I thought I might be
redeemed.
Permitted to do what's right.
Get him a gun.
Next time on Space Command.
Sweet Mother of God.
We're waking it. Just try not to scare it.
Hear that?
Status report, what's going on out there?
All systems are down. We're drifting.
You put the weight of the crime on the shoulders of the victims?
Without the faith that we could make a change, I would have died. Just as my mother did.
Power core?
It's building towards an explosion.
I hope you enjoyed Space Command Forgiveness Part 1, The Rough Cut. And I hope you'll tell your friends. I hope you'll spread the word. And definitely go to our Kickstarter page, pledge what you can. And if you want to buy Space Command shares, markzickery@gmail.com. Thanks so much for being part of this amazing adventure. Thanks so much for being part of the wonderful world of science fiction. See you soon, guys.